Another video for you today regarding the plasma glyphs of Sego Canyon. Wait till you hear this. Echoes of the cosmic cataclysm and the sun of the sky. In the desolate red cliffs of Sego Canyon in Utah, a silence hangs thick, timeless, reverent, almost fearful. Carved into the stone of Sego Canyon are enigmatic beings and luminous rings, known today as petroglyphs, or as we like to call them, plasma glyphs. These are not idle marks of primitive imagination. They are plasma glyphs, visual testaments to a sky once ablaze with electrical fire, when the planets loomed near and the gods of myth walked in thunder. The plasma glyphs speak a visual language. This is a language that is shared across continents and millennia, from the cup and ring marks of ancient Scotland to the spiralling motifs of the Andes and the thunderous cosmologies of Mesopotamia. Together, they compose a forgotten atlas of the heavens, a map not of stars, but of plasma events, planetary alignments and divine apparitions, witnessed during a time when Earth was not as we know it today. At the heart of Sego Canyon's mystery are the circular forms, concentric rings, radiant discs and nested orbs, often centred around a single point or a figure. These are the canyon's most potent plasma glyphs, calling to mind the cup and ring marks carved into stones across Britain, Ireland, Iberia and Scandinavia. While mainstream archaeology reduces these symbols to territorial markers, a more visceral interpretation arises when viewed through the lens of plasma physics and the electric universe model. These circular forms are not artistic abstractions, they are replications of what the ancients saw in the sky. According to plasma cosmology, electrical discharges between Earth, Mars, Venus and Saturn would have created towering auroral formations and ringed visual phenomenon, seared into human memory during periods of planetary instability. These were not symbols, they were witnessed events, awe-inspiring and terrifying. Equally haunting are the anthropomorphic figures standing silent among the orbs. Many are towering, eyeless, or crowned with serpentine filaments and vertical flares. Formless, yet regal, disembodied, yet powerful. They are not depictions of humans or terrestrial spirits. These are sky beings, cosmic Tauruses, remembered in stone long after their plasmatic form dissipated into the void. They resemble the global figure known as the Squatter Man, a shape formed during high energy plasma discharges, characterised by raised arms, hourglass torsos and circular heads. The plasma physicist Anthony Peratt has shown that these figures precisely match instabilities in high energy plasma column experiments, and this supports the idea that what is carved in Sego Canyon is not imagination but observation. Plasma glyphs of divine manifestations etched at the edge of cosmic trauma. In the Sumerian myth, the god Enki, the god of water and wisdom, rises from the Apsu. This is a realm of deep cosmic waters, and it's traditionally seen as a mythopoetic metaphor. The Apsu can instead be understood as a plasma environment, a charged sheath separating celestial bodies, part of the plasma double layer that surrounds planets and stars. Enki's rising is not from literal water, but from a cosmic current, emerging through the luminous turbulence of charged particles interacting in the sky. Sego Canyon's beings, fluid, radiant, rising, mirror this description. They emerge not just from stone, but from the apsu of the sky, through the axis mundi, the vertical current that once connected Earth to the central configuration of planets above. The plasma glyphs at Sego record the moment of divine emergence, the moment of hope in the midst of cataclysm. Across the river Nile, the Egyptian god Atum was born from Nun. Nun is the chaotic cosmic sea, bringing order and life. Standing atop the Ben stone, the cosmic peak, he called the gods into being. But what if Atum was not myth, but memory? A memory of a plasma being emerging from a vertical current that connected Earth with its former parent star, the planet Saturn. In the electric universe theory and the work of David Talbot in the Saturn myth, this configuration is known as the polar configuration, a time when planet Earth, Mars and Venus orbited in alignment beneath a brown dwarf star, the planet Saturn. The vertical plasma column, brilliant and living, was the axis mundi, the stairway of the gods, the sky tree, the ladder of fire found in every ancient cosmology. As David Talbot describes, the axis was the primeval source of power, light and stability, and when it fractured, so too did the age of peace and unity among men. When the cosmic current failed, storms of plasma erupted. Earth's atmosphere lit with interplanetary lighting, and planetary bodies shifted in violent alignment. Humanity once lived under the gentle glow of purple Saturnian sky, and this faced terror from above. Indigenous American myths echo these themes with astonishing fidelity. The Hopi speak of the ant people who rescued mankind during the burning of the world. The Navajo remember the holy people who came from the sky and shaped the world with lightning. The Ute and Fremont tribes, whose ancestors likely carved the Sego Canyon art, spoke of spirit beings descending from the sky in times of cosmic upheaval, often associated with stars and storms. The plasma glyphs in Sego Canyon are their testament. These beings are not aliens in spacecraft, but celestial plasma forms, memory traces of auroral configuration when Earth's skies pulsed with energy from planetary interactions. These shapes, these plasma glyphs, radiant orbs, flared bodies, serpentine appendages, these shapes were burned into the retina of the ancient soul and preserved for those who would one day remember. When the polar configuration broke apart, Saturn dimmed, Venus flared violently, and Mars descended in erratic orbit. Massive plasma discharges between planets carved canyons, shifted poles, and triggered global catastrophes. This was the fall of the Golden Age. And yet, amid this chaos, hope had arrived. Not in a saviour, but in a symbol. The Son of God, the first one, the plasma being emerging from the Apsu, returned to the sky. These were the plasma glyphs of salvation, the record of divine forms seen during the destruction, as if the gods themselves had descended in the lightning. The figures of Sego Canyon are those of terrifying majesty, the gods appearing not to demand worship, but to guide, to warn, and perhaps to promise a return. And in this sense, this art is not primitive, it is primal. It is a cosmic story told without language, in a universal script of form, light and fear. These plasma glyphs are fragments of a universal trauma and a shared hope. They are the scrolls of the sky, the hymns of forgotten sons. They tell us that gods were once real and they lived in the plasma. As Earth again moves through changing electromagnetic fields and our sky grows restless, perhaps we should listen to the stones. The watchers of Sego Canyon, eyes wide, arms raised, they wait, not for worship, but for remembrance. For what came before may come again.